that this Lunch and Learn series has been going on for about a year now, and we've hit some very interesting topics. We've hit mental health, we've hit heart health, dementia. Recently we did Rowan's Law. Today, obviously, sex trafficking, and then the next one we're dealing with is diabetes. I'm just getting ready for you guys to get into Christmas season, right? But this one here is, if Rowan's Law was near and dear to my heart, because it was a piece of legislation that I developed right here in Barrhaven with one of our constituents who passed away as a result of multiple concussions. This would be, I would say, right up there. I wouldn't even call it number 2, I would call it 1.5. And sex trafficking is important to me, not because I have intimate experience with it, but I had the opportunity, and I think the best privilege of my life, to serve in cabinet, and one of the most privileged positions I ever had was the minister responsible for women's issues. And I made a decision early on, and it was because I met one of our speakers, Cynthia Bland, and my colleague Laurie Scott, who created the Girl Next Door Act, probably about 2 months in to my mandate. When I realized Cynthia was from Nepean and doing some important work on sex trafficking, I wanted to know more. And so her and Laurie took some time to sit with me and tell me all about this issue. And it became, I think, a central point of my work in that ministry. It also became, I think, since a central part of our government's work in victim services, victims' rights, and law and order. And it became so because this is something I call Ontario's dirty little secret. It's happening in every community across Ontario. It's happening in every hotel in the province of Ontario. And the hotspot for Canada, and one of the hotspots for North America, is up and down the 401. This is happening to girls in our community as young as 11 years old. And it is happening in the sense that they are not just from families that aren't close. It's from families like mine and yours, where a young lady, a young girl, as I said, sometimes as young as 11, is first trapped into this lifestyle because she's been groomed, and they have put her into a situation where she has decided that the man or the boy, and in some cases other women, she trusts them because they have become the dominant voice of support. Cynthia told me a story years ago, and I'm just going to sort of recount it. There's 2 of them that actually come here to our community. And I could be, memory serves, because I think it was 5 years ago this week that I gave a major speech at the Empire Club in Toronto, and you were there.
I was not able to.
Oh, you weren't able to, but you gave...
At the last minute, we had an unfortunate family incident.
Yeah, but you helped me craft that speech.
Yes, I did.
And you told me a few stories, and without names, but I can tell you it happened here. Cynthia told me that there was a young lady, a teenager, whose parents were hockey parents. Brother was a hockey player. Young lady used to go to all of her brother's hockey games until she stopped because she thought she had a boyfriend.